Hey, take two. I made a video before and it was really long, and I was just like messing with stuff, so this is take two. And my subject for today's video is the politics over gig economy. And gig economy is a term that I just heard about that I can remember from a video that was shared to a Facebook group that I'm in about, well, it was an hour and a half long, and I couldn't get past the first question. I was so bored. I can't do it. An hour and a half of my life when I got back from working all day, and I just had dinner, so all I want to do is take a shower, relax, and go to bed, right? So I don't have time for that. And so, but I want to share my opinion because I know that I posted a comment to the video on Facebook, but it's not there anymore, and that's what prompted me to make this video, because I really want to share my opinion and to reach out and to see if anybody has anything to say about this, supporting or contradicting my viewpoint. So we'll just get right into it. I have nothing written down. This is just straight, all my stuff is straight raw. So I'm in the camp that I do not want to be an employee of any of these apps. I enjoy being a contractor. I enjoy having all the control over anything that I make from the work, and I am responsible for my taxes. I'm responsible for all that other stuff. I do agree, I don't really read a whole lot or watch too much videos about all of this, just because people do ramble into other things that have nothing to do with it. And so I really just want to, I don't want to be annoying, and I don't want to ramble on too far off of topic. Maybe one topic and then get back that's related in some way. So if anyone has really good resources about this topic, or if you have an opinion or anything like that, go right ahead, share it. Leave me a comment, send me a message. I am open to learning more about it. I do try not to go down the rabbit hole too far, because I feel like I lose my own identity when I do that. I become so involved and so much agreement with one idea of thought that it's really hard to get myself out of it. And so I just really try to stay in touch with how I feel about things versus what other people are sharing about how they feel about things. I really will appreciate any facts or any various ideas about this is why I would like X, right? And this is what it would look like if it were approved or accepted. Various turnouts, what this would look like. This is all new. This is a new industry, so it's not like we have real examples, unless there are some real examples. I'm not sure, because I've already covered that. So I don't need benefits. I don't need it. I don't need any benefits from any employer. I don't want to pay into something that I have to pay into later on anyways. I find those to be scams. I don't like paying into any of that. I do see that so I do have my own opinion about insurance and all of this other stuff. So I'm just saying, I also have limited experience probably with some things. So I feel as well that other people would have better understanding of various insurances and things like that that they get through their employer. But I just feel like in today's economy, in today's society, nothing really compares to what we had maybe 50 years ago. Like, nothing compares. Yeah, it just doesn't. So, currently, in my current circumstances, my personal circumstances, every person is in an individual circumstance. So we all have our own needs. This fits my needs. I don't want it to change and no longer fit my needs. I am not happy in a normal traditional job. I do not want this to turn into a normal traditional job. I understand that those normal traditional jobs no longer really exist, but I do not want something that resembles the normal traditional job because they no longer exist. I don't trust employers. I don't trust managers. I don't trust anyone like that. I don't like having one person or a group of people who have control over my livelihood. I don't appreciate that. I haven't had good managers. I haven't had good management. I haven't had good work environments. I haven't had good work relationships. I have gained great friends, but that's very few and far versus the people who are in these environments that I do not get along with due to various communication issues. Is probably right. So I don't do the office politics, so I do not want this to turn into office politics. I've never driven for a taxi cab company, so I don't know the type of politics it is for that. But I have worked for a tow truck company, and of course that has politics. So I would see it more that it would be like that. We can only come back from our own experiences, and I want as full control over my own future as possible. I think that some people might be looking at this as something for forever. I don't see this as something for forever. I don't want this to be something for forever. I love this, that this is something that can offer me a way to work the way that I would like to work, when I can work, make money, support myself, pay my bills, hopefully pay off my debt, get myself right, and create something. I have passion projects that I'm working on that I would love to see come into reality. That would be amazing. And I would take all my lessons from all the poor work environments that I've been in and make it better. The number one thing is pay. Every work in this world probably could improve pay. There's very few companies that you don't need to improve pay. The people who make the proper amount of money are the people who are here on YouTube creating themselves as something to sell. They're creating their own products to sell. They're creating their own brand to sell. They're making lots of money and they can buy big houses. They have no debt. They have cash in the bank. This is the dream. And everyone needs to stop thinking so small. That's how I see it. So if you have another way of seeing it, or so that you can share it and educate me on your ideas on how you see the world, on how you see this gig economy going, please let me know. I am always open to seeing another way, because like I said, not everyone is like me. We all have our own individual needs. a company that could offer us all of these needs would be amazing. And the truth is I think all jobs, all companies could do it. Lots of companies have contractors, they have employees, they have hourly employees, they have salary employees. A lot of people have people who get paid large amounts of money and small amounts of money. And how do they know how to pay these people? Politics. This is all politics. I don't really know anything on the back end of Uber or Lyft or any of these other apps, but I do know that there's an algorithm. And I'm not a computer genius, but anyone who knows basically what an algorithm is, they know that an algorithm is really complicated to explain. Just like how we get paid. And anyone who has ever worked with money that employees are supposed to get paid knows that people get very emotional and very serious about their money. It's extremely sensitive of a topic, and so the way that we get paid is, how I see it, is basically dependent on the market. And you can see that in the app because we get boosts when it's busy or when customers are on with the app open. We get a boost. And if we get a request in that boost, when it's boosting in that area, we get a boost. We get a ×2 or whatnot, right? So it's dependent on the market. So it already tells you, and you don't even have to be smart, and you don't even have to think too much about it. You already know we're getting paid based on market value. That's it. Market value. And I'm okay with that. And of course, I would love to get paid double digits for all my deliveries. I would love to do that. That's why I really want to try passengers. And not that I think that passengers will get paid more, but I think people go longer distances than deliveries, and I think that's why they would get paid more, essentially, as well as it probably does have different rates. So I'm just saying that might be it, but it's already complicated. If I do a delivery versus another person doing the same exact delivery, like if I did it, or if I got a delivery and I declined it, I said no thanks. The next driver, if they did it, that same driver would get paid different than if I had done it. So I would have gotten paid like $3.20 and they got paid $4. There would have been a difference. And if you go to the Uber website, this is just for Uber, because I'm not on any of the other delivery apps, so I'm not sure. But on the Uber website, look on there, explore it. It talks about how we get paid as drivers for delivery, and it also depends on what car we drive. So I'm not sure if that necessarily, it makes sense. Sorry, I keep cutting off on all my sentences, but because it makes sense. If you have a black car, you can drive for Uber Black. If you have an SUV that's black, you can drive for SUV, or you can drive for black. And all of those cars can drive for X. So, and each one pays different, dependent on the vehicle. So, it makes sense. And so, I also, so this is just my basic. I did make a longer video of me, sharing. So, I'm just going to end this right here. But if you want to see the first video, the take 1, it's 25 minutes. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will share it. See ya.